Hi, this is Ralph, W5VE, and it's 11:03 on a Sunday evening, and I'm just playing around looking at what's available on 20 meter JT65. I see an N7 talking to a station in New Zealand. I can barely tell the New Zealand station is there. Not enough signal strength with this antenna to talk to him. However, I am in the process of putting up a 43-foot vertical, which should give me a lot better low-angle radiation where I can get to New Zealand better. I have worked New Zealand before, and Australia, and several places in the Pacific. New Caledonia, for example, that's pretty rare. So let's see, I'm looking for a CQ to answer. I don't see one yet. According to band conditions here, 40 meters is wide open, 20 not so much. Maybe I should go down 40 and see what's happening. Well, looks like 30's open too. 30's usually pretty good. 30 meters. Of course, my whole station is computer controlled. I have the two screens here. Let's see here. So we'll go down to 10 meters. Not 10 meters, but 10 megacycles, 30 meters. And tune the transceiver. I'm running 100 watts on a ICOM 7200. I have a 117-foot long wire antenna that does pretty well. There's CQ from VE4 TV. We'll give him a shot. Okay, I'm transmitting now. On JT65, you listen for 1 minute, you transmit for 1 minute. It's a very low signal digital mode. You can run 10 or 15 watts and work all over the world. So we're going to see if we get the VE. Take that off my belt. Where I left my phone. Oh, never mind. I'm using the phone to record with. Just seeing if you're paying attention. I have a LG V10 phone, does a really good job on video. Although I'm recording this on the front camera, so it's 5 megabits. The back is 16. But I like to be able to monitor it and make sure I'm in the frame and so forth. It's domestic water, but still pretty good. Okay. I transmitted, and I don't think we're going to get him. I don't see a signal coming back from him, although they're on the waterfall here. I can see other signals too. Let's see, is there something in the way? Push my microphone back more. Well, it's still a little bit in the way. I have a high quality professional audio microphone here. See, there's a station in Mexico working a station in Germany. I don't see anyone else calling CQ. Okay, let's go down to 40 meters and see if we have any better luck. Ooh, listen to all those signals. Tune for 40. Well, like about long wire, it works on every band from 160 meters to 6 meters. So, and I make contacts on all those bands. Works real well. We clear all those out. And we came in the midst of the minute segment, so we'll listen and see if we get any stations. but we may have to listen for another minute. Ah, there comes some. Let's see, what do we have? There's a station in Italy with a pretty good signal, talking to a KZ2. I see a excuse me, I see an NY1 talking to Ukraine. I talked to Ukraine. This is 40 meters, of course. I talked to Ukraine 3 or 4 nights ago. I already got them confirmed. Talked to Ukraine several times. There's a Cuban station. I don't see any other DX, but again, we came in the middle, so let this decode again. If it's 40 seconds, it'll be decoding at the 47-second mark. I said 1 minute, and the time frames are 1 minute, but the transmission time is 47 seconds on JT65. Okay, the US7KC. And I'm answering him. Is that Ukraine, maybe? I think I've talked to this guy before, but not on 40 meters, so I could use 40-meter contact with him. And he's got a pretty strong signal, so he should be hearing me. Yep, everything's transmitting. The transmitter's set up correctly. Amateur radio is fun. There's always a lot of different things to do. This is leading edge technology stuff, digital modes, where we're using audio, encoding audio tones onto upper sideband signal and transmitting that way. Okay, let me start entering him in the log. US7KC. Already worked him. He's in Ukraine. He's in the Ukraine. And I got a nice strong signal coming back from him. Now, whether he's answering me or someone else, we'll find out in about 37 seconds. Takes a little patience to work this, but it's cool. I love the sound of the signals. Now, I can turn down the volume and it doesn't interfere with the receiving and everything, but I like to listen to them. Alright, let's see. Okay, I didn't get him. He came back to KD2HNS, so that guy's probably running a beam and is stronger than me. Okay, I see a station from the Netherlands there. A station in Italy called CQ, but I've already worked him. The computer tells me that. This green line, I don't know whether you can see it or not. Yeah, you probably can. The green line across there indicates I've worked him before. I don't see other CQs, so 40 meters still looks pretty good. This side I'm looking at for signal strength is bandconditions.com, bandconditions. Station Mexico calling CQ. I've worked him before. I'd like to show y'all the contact. First I have to make one. It's like fishing. You keep throwing your hook in the water, eventually you get somebody. Yep. Da-da-da-da-da. We may go back and try the Ukraine station in a minute, although there's some interference next to him. I can look across the waterfall here, and I see plus or minus 1 KC. So there's quite, and in that relatively narrow band space, there's a number Number of stations are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. At least 14 across through there. Ah, there's PA7WP calling CQ. That would be the Netherlands. And he's out in the clear pretty much down at the bottom of the bandwidth I'm looking at. So maybe we'll get him. There was also a New England station, AA1CT. I'm assuming that's Connecticut. He may be somewhere else. I think I've worked him before anyway. I have almost all states in 40 meters, with the exception of Hawaii. I need one for WAS on Worked All States Award on 40 meters. Working to get them. Okay, now PA7WP is coming back after I called him. I'll put him in the logbook just in case we get him. And look him up. He's in Wondersham, Netherlands, if you pronounce it that way. And he has signal strength of -15, no, -18, which is not too bad. It's a little weak. But this is a weak signal mode of communications. I don't see him. I see a Russian station. No, I can tell there's someone else talking to him, so well, we didn't get him. Okay, who's CQ here? Let's try, it's already too late to transmit. Didn't have time to decode it. Oh, there's a KZ2 there with a -1, which is exceptionally strong. I could probably get him. And the Ukraine station is calling CQ again, but I was concentrating on the station in the Netherlands. I missed those. I have to wait a minute now. Okay, here we go. Now the one station calling CQ I've already worked. A K8 got that PA7WP. I'm not running a whole lot of power, so I don't always get stations I answer. But there's more fish in the band, so let's see what else we can get. Good stuff. Okay, we're at 42 seconds. At 47, we'll see the decodes for this transmission. And try and see if the microphone's in the way. Maybe not. Okay, there's a couple in green that I haven't worked before. Let's see, the strongest signal would be the KC0BRA. May have worked him, I don't know. This doesn't say I have though, so I'll probably have it. And he's got a -5, which is a pretty strong signal. 0, of course, is usually the Midwest somewhere. So we will see. Sometimes you click them off as fast as you can make contacts. Other times, you just got fish for a while. Okay, my transmission ended, so we're waiting. And he is transmitting back. Let's see if it's to me. So we'll put him in the log, just in case. I erase the ones. I don't record the ones I don't get, of course. If you do no good. What? He's in the Bronx in New York. Oh well, I'll take him. Get the time set. 0318 GMT start time. Of course, it starts right on the minute, 00 seconds. Oh. No, he went back to someone else. Who did he go back to? Oh, no, he called CQ again. I'm going to try this KG. No, I've waited too long. You can't dawdle. You gotta get on it. Some people think JT65 is boring. I don't. It's quite good. I've won 7 W8 Worked All States Awards, mostly because of JT65 makes it so easy. Okay, we're coming up. Well, we didn't get a decode, or did we? Nope. Yeah, we did. Okay, I'm going to try. There we go. KG5ICI. I'll tell you where he is in a minute. Unfortunately, when I'm transmitting, I can't use the computer. It interferes with the network. I'm in the process. I've got a window pass through for my antennas. Right now, they just run under the door and coming around right next to the network cable. So the signal does get into the network. Hopefully, with the as soon as I get a ground rod in and the pass-through set in the window there, that will cure that problem. Now I can look at, oops, and change the call. Who did I call? KG5 ICI. Look him up. Leonard, Texas. And it's Chris in Leonard, Texas. Got a -6, which is a strong signal. I will be surprised if I don't get him. It'll take somebody with a pretty strong signal to override me on him. Wait a minute, he's not coming back to anybody. Oh my, try to show off and not getting anyone. Alright, who's next? We'll try somebody else. There's a Polish station with -11. I talked to Poland last week. Didn't mean for that to transmit. DG5VO in Germany. Here's a KG5 talking to 983. I think that's Croatia. At this time of evening, 40 is one of the popular bands for JT65. Propagations open to Europe usually and so forth. in like 40 meters on sideband this time of night. It gets pretty crowded and you sometimes have trouble getting through to anyone. Okay, I am trying N070R, possibly Oregon. I would guess. Could be wrong. Hard to tell where calls are anymore. I have W5VE and I'm in the 4th call area. Although I prefer to think of this as a very small enclave of the 5th call area here in Alexander, North Carolina. Again, it does take a mite of patience, as the old mountain people say. Kind of like squirrel hunting, I guess. Takes a lot of effort to get a little bit of meat. I was raised hunting squirrels and stuff, and rabbits. Okay, he's coming back somebody. What I say his call was N070R. And his signal's not real strong, -18, but he's out in the open. That is, there are no stations on either side interfering with him. So I have a chance of getting him. Let's look him up. He's in Corvallis, Oregon. And he came back to me. The purple here, if you can see that, that is, that's him. He gave me a -10, which is a good signal. Maybe I can move that out of the way. That would probably be smart. The purple line was his transmission to me. I can't tell. There's the holder on my little mini tripod there is in the way. I can't tell if I'm getting the whole screen or not. Hopefully I am. But we're in the mist. We're in the mist, the very mist of a JT65 contact right now. This is amateur radio in operation. Alright, so I transmitted back to him. I just clicked this to set up my next transmission to him. And his name's Sean. He's in Oregon. And I've not ever worked him before, or if I'd worked him before, I'd see a list of the contacts with him. I have over 4,000 contacts in my logbook now since I started using W5VE on HF on December the 14th, 2014. And band conditions on 40 are still pretty good. It's up there at the top in the green. There's interference now next to him, but his signal still came through. He said receive 73, and I'm already set up to automatically send him back receive 73, and we'll tag and bag that one, and that's a JT65 contact. I will hopefully get a QSL from him on Logbook of the World, and all will be good. I already have Oregon on 40, but never hurts on JT65, but never hurts to get it again. I think I have Oregon on 40. I'm still working on my WAS on 40 for JT65. I have it on 20 along with digital WAS for 20 and single band mixed for 20 and working on WAS phone for 20. There's lots of WAS awards you can get. Yes, indeedy. Okay. I forgot to put what time he started. 0324. 00, and it ended at 0328:17. And I hit return and record it. Upload it immediately to LOTW. That's just my practice of doing that. That's finished, and that's a complete contact, and it's already submitted. I've already sent his QSL to him. So once something does happen on JT65, it happens quickly. It's just that waiting in between. Okay, we got two. I'm going to try the guy in Ukraine again before I end this video. The US7KC that we tried initially and did not get. And may not get this time, but it's worth a shot. I have Ukraine several times and I have it confirmed, so I don't need it, I just like to have it. So 46, 47, my transmission ends, and his will start on 00, the start of the next minute, which is 0330. All right, where'd he go over here? He is transmitting back. His signal's still pretty strong. We'll see if I got him or somebody beat me out. I will tell you in a moment. In about 20 seconds. I have a separate speaker. Makes it easier to hear stuff. Although, again, you don't have to hear the JT65 signals. I just like to hear them. It's pretty nice music, isn't it? A little hard to dance to, but not bad. Aha, got him. See the purple cross there? So I'm telling it to transmit back. His signal strength's -16. And, no, I'm sorry, my signal strength's -16. His is -13. Instead of using RST on like you would on CW 599, we use signal strength levels. And remember, this is a weak signal mode, so -13, there ain't much signal there. That's why it takes some 47 seconds to decode it on JT65. And that's the utility of the whole mode, is the fact that if there's just you can communicate with just tiny amounts of signal, which is really cool. All right, let's see, I sent him, I just sent him the signal strength. Now I'm waiting for him to reply to me, and he'll probably say 73, and then I'll send him 73, which is not a whole lot of information exchanged, but and it takes 4 or 5 minutes to do it, but the whole concept is it's very weak signal, which means when the rest of the bands are dead, you're making JT65 and JT9 contacts. That is cool. I mean, really. cool. Trust me, really cool. I love JT65. I made since I discovered it just about a year ago. Yep, he sent me 73, and I've already set it up to send him 73. receive 73, RR73. But since I discovered JT65 about a year ago, August the 15th of 2015, I've made close to 2,000 contacts, JT65 all over the world and in all 50 states of the U.S. And it helped me get my DXCC, and I've got two DXCC awards and a total of 11 WAS awards, including 7 from the ARRL. I have 2 from QRZ and 2 from EQSL also. I don't know what I have in paper QSLs. I get some, and anyone who sends me a paper QSL, I send them one back, but this time around, I don't care about paper QSLs. They just don't count. Now, back in the day when I was WA4NUO, I got DXCC through paper QSLs. It took me 7 years, and I spent a lot of money on postage. But with my DXC award I got recently from the ARRL, I've got 102 countries confirmed. I spent 0 on postage, and I got them a whole lot faster. Okay, that completed his QSL, US7KC, and we started the QSO. I was talking, I didn't put it in at 30, 03000, or did I? Yep, 030, you can go back and check. And we ended it right now. Actually, let's change that to about 034. So it's about 4 minutes. I put in signal strength. What did I say it was? It was minus 13. He gave me a minus 10. Ukraine, it's got his town in there. I subscribe to QRZ XML lookup service. About $27, $28 a year or something like that, but it's well worth it. Because you just click once and you got most of your logbook filled out with lots of good information. His name's Alexander. Good name. Since I live in Alexander. I've worked him before. I've worked him on 20 meters on 7/14/2016. Okay, we record him, we upload him to LOTW, and I can, while that's uploading, and be looking for my next contact. Has an IK3 in Italy calling, but he's a little weak, so. And it's 11:36, and I have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to shut down for now. Okay, so that's finished. And so I will go ahead and turn off the radio, turn off my software, or shut it down rather, except for the logbook, because my final step each evening, expand my browser back out, is to upload to the other electronic QSL services I use. For example, I can go to logbook here and file in EQSL and tell it, wait a minute, I have to, okay, I made 2 contacts here, the one in Oregon and the one in the Ukraine, and we're going to upload both those first to EQSL. Upload, okay, blip blip. That's how fast it is. Now we want to save these to, let's see, file, export, ADIF. ADIF's a file format that you can save and transmit logbook entries in. And I have a file on here I always use. So we'll export those two QSOs, because there's three places more that I upload to. And finish. Then we shut the logbook down. Well, actually, I'll back it up. I'll back my logbook up to Google Drive, which is a drive in the cloud that keeps my logbook backed up off-site, because with over 4,000 QSLs and millions of pieces of information, I don't want to lose that. I had too much fun getting it, but I don't have to try to recreate it. I couldn't. Okay, so we shut the logbook down now. Now we're on the QRZ, my QRZ logbook site, and I go to settings and import and choose file and click on A. A is the name of the file I use just to transmit my logbooks up. Continue. Alright, I was talking, didn't watch that, do all the steps right. Yeah, there we go. US7KC is on top. N070R is the next one down, and there's a gold star, meaning he's already confirmed. That's pretty cool. Now, I will go to Club Log. I've been keeping my log up to date there. They don't give awards. I'm not sure right now why I'm doing that. I'll have to look them again. But I just upload the file. I tell it begin upload, submit upload, and bingo, all my 4,000 QSOs are up to date in Club Log. And then I use QRZCQ.com, which is mostly European oriented. And they do have some awards, which I've won. I think I got a DXCC in it too. So anyway, I will choose a file, using the same file, and tell it to upload. And that finishes that. Go back to the logbook to look at it. And one other place I didn't mention, I'm keeping my log in Ham Radio Deluxe, and every time I log a QSO in Ham Radio Deluxe, it automatically goes into the Ham Radio Deluxe logbook online. So that's 5 places I'm keeping my every contact. And I can always, should I lose 1 or 2 or 3, I can always download my entire logbook and still have it. Plus I'm winning awards like crazy. It's a hobby. It's a hobby. It's fun. I'm enjoying it. So, that's it for now. I'm going to go read a little bit and then go to sleep and then get up tomorrow and start everything all over again. So 73 from W5VE, Ralph in Alexander, North Carolina. I hope you enjoyed this little impromptu video. See ya later.